You are listening to the Self Trust Solution Podcast with Dawn Lede, episode number 37. Welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about what it means to have a self trust mindset. This episode is good for anyone who suspects that their mindset, how they think about things, about themselves, is getting in the way of accomplishing what you want. So if you're curious about what a self-trust mindset is and how to get one, stay tuned. We're going to talk about defining a self-trust mindset. We're going to unravel what it means. What is this concept? We're going to dispel a few misconceptions, and we're going to highlight what it truly is about. We're going to look at the characteristics of a self-trust mindset. We're going to look at the actual attributes that make this type of mindset up. And then we're going to go through some practical applications. Learn how to apply a self-trust mindset in your daily life so that you can foster a healthier relationship with both you and your goals. Is self-trust holding you back? Visit me at theselftrustcoach.com and take the free self-trust quiz. Find out where self-trust may be holding you back and receive instant results along with what you can do in response. Take the free self-trust quiz at theselftrustcoach.com. Now on to the episode. So there are a lot of, let's call them symptoms of a lack of self-trust. In fact, you can find a pretty good list of them on the website at theselftrustcoach.com/signs you don't trust yourself. But what does it mean to have a self-trust mindset? So having a self-trust mindset isn't just the opposite of these signs that self-trust is lacking. Essentially, what the self-trust mindset is it's not being a robot superhuman. Thank goodness, right? Like, seriously, can I get a collective sigh of relief? Because the truth is, the self-trust mindset can include everything that a self-trust lacking mindset has, but without the judgment and the subsequent shame stacking and the hiding and the trying to control and avoid, that basically leads to less belief in you. It leads to less belief in the capability of creating what you want, which also leads to less motivation to go after it. So why are we interested in having a self-trust mindset? Well, it's exactly that. So that we don't use this self-judgment, shame stacking, hiding, avoiding, demotivated behavior to keep us from what we want to create in this world, to keep us from who we want to be. So a self-trust mindset acknowledges that being human does mean sometimes we second guess. Occasionally we procrastinate. And sometimes we navigate unpredictable changes of life. Sometimes we feel really high up on the mountain, and sometimes we feel really low in the valley. And having a self-trust mindset just means being able to navigate that and those different aspects of being a human without passing judgment or stacking on shame. It means becoming your own best supporter. So this mindset doesn't merely roll over when faced with obstacles. It's resilient, but it's also not dismissive. It's going to be compassionate, but not permissive. It recognizes your true self, your goals, your purpose, and it champions your desires and ambitions. It's not deterred by setbacks. It doesn't love them any more than the mindset that doesn't have self trust. But instead of letting it knock you down, you view it with a self trust mindset as how can I learn and grow from this? How can I keep going in a way that still honors who I am and who I want to become? With a self trust mindset, you learn to extract valuable lessons from your experiences. You focus on what worked. So often we focus on what didn't work. And with self trust mindset, we focus on what did work so that we can repeat those things. But we don't ignore the things that didn't work, which is what often when we are lacking self trust, we just don't want to look at it, which means we don't get to learn from it. Here's this amazing thing you did that had some results that worked maybe the way you wanted it to or better. And here's some things that didn't. But if we ignore it, then we never get to see the hidden gems in there because we don't want to just throw everything out because something didn't work. It could be that it's one tiny piece of that one result that didn't work. But if we ignore it and we just throw it out, we miss out on some really beautiful opportunities for learning. We want to be in tune to our needs. And that's what a self trust mindset does. It understands that breaks, for instance, or as important as sometimes pushing forward. Doesn't mean we need to judge ourselves for taking breaks, just like we don't need to judge ourselves for pushing forward sometimes. There are those of us who consider ourselves more procrastinators and take breaks. We judge ourselves for that. And we look to the people who just push themselves forward as being stronger. But many times, the people who are pushing themselves forward are judging themselves for not taking breaks, for not prioritizing other parts of their lives. We all have this opportunity to own what we do in a way that creates curiosity and compassion and true interest in learning from ourselves. That's how we glean the gifts in what we often just want to discard as flaws or problems. So that is what part of having the self-trust mindset is all about, is looking with so much love and curiosity and compassion and being attuned to what makes us beautifully human. It strives to understand and support and uplift. So now that we've explored the depth and kind of the essence of what a self trust mindset is, let's look at ways you can practically apply it in your daily life. Now, to start, it really is being kinder to yourself. It is a running theme because we're dropping the judgment and picking up more self compassion. That is a key to building a self trust mindset. Because when you stumble or face setbacks and you respond with self compassion rather than self criticism, you're more likely to pick yourself up, take care of yourself, and continue to move forward towards what you want. You understand that mistakes are part of the journey and they don't define you or your worth. Resilience building. We want to embrace obstacles and failures as opportunities to learn and grow. Develop your resilience by viewing challenges as stepping stones towards your goals. Focus on the lessons they offer rather than dwelling on the setbacks. Mindful self reflection. I really invite you to dedicate time for introspection. I talk about silence a lot, and it's important that you are accessing your beautiful mind, not the part in the forefront that wants to judge. And that's what we're going to practice here through creating this self trust mindset, is really getting beyond that to who you truly are, listening, assessing what your values are and how they're aligning with your goals and your progress. Identify what's working well and what might require a little adjustment. It helps you stay aligned with your true self and your aspirations. Embrace imperfection. Release the need for perfection. Understand that life is a continuous journey, and not only you allowed to make mistakes, but what you are likely calling imperfections may just be what makes you unique and special and amazing. And if you stop fighting that and start embracing it, what can you create? Set purposeful goals. When setting goals, align them with your values and desires. Avoid chasing objectives that don't resonate with you. This ensures that your goals are not burdensome, but inspiring and purposeful. Continuous learning. Cultivate a thirst for knowledge and recognize that your journey is about progress and not perfection. Read, listen, and engage in activities that nurture you and your growth. Practice patience. Understand that achieving your goals may take time. Be patient with yourself and the process. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is lasting self trust. What will you take away from today's episode? My goal is for you to embrace the self trust mindset as an opportunity to support you and your goals and desires. Maybe you spend some time reflecting on the ways you already align with the self trust mindset. Identify the areas of opportunity in your current mindset that may use some care. Maybe you start applying a few of the practical tips shared today in your daily life for a healthier self relationship and goal pursuit. I love this quote from Golda Meir: trust yourself, create the kind of self that you'll be happy to live with all your life. Make the most of yourself by fanning the tiny inner sparks of possibility into flames of achievement. Thank you for joining me today on the Self Trust Solution Podcast. If you loved this episode, don't forget to leave me a review and share with your family and friends. This helps me reach new listeners, continue to create content, and brings me joy in my mission to serve. Join us next week for episode number 38. Thanks for tuning in and have a trust-filled week. Hey, if you're ready to build unshakable self-trust to achieve your goals and make the impact you're being called to make in a way that feels amazing, join me in Coach for Life. Coach for Life is the coaching program to build self-trust and achieve your goals. Join now at theselftrustcoach.com/Coach for Life program. That's Coach, the number 4, Life program. See you inside.